My wife abandoned me 2 months ago to find herself.
Ooh.
Oh, no. These never end good.
Oh.
2 months ago, I get home and she left a note. My friend calls it Exhibit A. Basically, she was going on our trip without me. She had quit her job, took most of our savings, and wasn't sure when she'd be back. Maybe a year, maybe sooner. She knew I'd understand. Her location is turned off. My calls go directly to voicemail. I texted the kids a picture of the note.
That's terrible.
We have our checking accounts for direct deposits of our paychecks, but we transfer most of it into a joint account to pay the household bills and savings. We both have access to the main savings account. We have joint credit cards we use for household expenses. The 2 cars and mortgages are joint. We both also have our own small savings account, our own retirement accounts, equity funded, and our own credit cards for gifts and fun things. I closed all joint cards and accounts. I waited a month to see if she'd come back, hopefully before she spent our savings. After receiving only 1 text the first month, I went to a lawyer. She basically said that there was very little to do right now, other than changing the beneficiaries of my retirement account and life insurance. Yay, my wife gets nothing else if I die alone while she's having our adventures. It was only a month and there was no way to serve her papers. My lawyer advised me to keep paying the mortgage and the cars. The cost of trying to get a judge to approve the sale of joint assets was more than making payments. I didn't want to ruin my credit by letting one of our cars get repossessed, but I couldn't sell it because she's on the title. I get random texts and she sporadically posts on Instagram. Of course, she has her comments turned off. I want to block her so bad, but my lawyer advised me that it's better to maintain a communication channel that's not through our kids. Her last post was from Hawaii. She put in the comments how great a husband I was for letting her take this trip.
Whoa.
I'm barely making it, paying 2 cars, a mortgage, household bills, insurance, hoping there are no emergencies because I have no savings. And she's enjoying our trip. Her. I'm so pissed at her. I helped take care of her mom for 4 years, and her when she fell apart after her mom moved into a memory care home. And she returns the favor by abandoning me?
This man rightfully calls out a clearly biased judge, but instead of taking a moment to consider that the father might actually have a valid point, the judge responds with intimidation, threatening to increase child support if the dad doesn't stay quiet and accept an obviously one-sided ruling. I'll never get to this trip, and I'll have to put off retirement. My only solace is my kids are pissed at her too. They'll probably forgive her eventually. Double f*** her. I'm no fool. She's hooking up with guys. She looks good. She'll have 0 problems getting men. I texted her and asked if she was sleeping around. A week later, she responded that wasn't true. Sure. So I'm drinking alone on a Friday night, and she's somewhere, probably on a beach, enjoying her life. Edit, my lawyer has given me a bunch of advice and options. It was just way more than I could possibly include in this post. I could definitely push the issue harder, and I might need to at some point, but all that work is very expensive. Finding her, serving her, getting a judge to sign off, that's not cheap. I'm following up soon. I plan on talking about savings and my finances. Until I paid all the bills and realized how little was left, it didn't hit me that I had to worry about money. And then relevant comments. Somebody says, thanking you for letting her take this trip is basically her saying, when I get through living this single life, I'll be coming back to the comfort and security of a married life. When she returns, I'd say, welcome home. Here are your walking papers. And OP responded, she is 100% under the delusion that she's coming back to a marriage. She had a few conversations with our daughter, and she's convinced I'll understand and forgive her. So she is speaking to the kids.
Get the hell out of
So
here.
disgusting.
You freaking delusion.
Remember in the last video when I said some people just enjoy finding things to complain about? This is a perfect example. She approached a man who was offering free legal advice with one goal: to start an argument over a complaint she completely invented in her own head.
Another comment. Tell your daughter to pass along the message that you're filing for divorce for abandonment and see if this gets you some traction. I don't generally like the idea of going through kids, but they need to have your back on this. Maybe even tell her they'll cut her off as well if she keeps doing this to you and the family. Maybe even start posting about how she's living the good life and letting your kids and family know what kind of pickle this has put you in. Everyone probably assumes you're on board with this if you're not purposefully driving the true narrative. And Opie responded, she only hears what she wants. I asked her to send me an address to serve her papers. She only told me that we'll work it out when she comes home. Like the we will. My daughter tells her all the pain she's causing, but she just says that she only has 5 to 10 years left until she gets dementia. It's impossible to know if she'll even develop dementia, but shouldn't she be spending this time with her family? An update from my original post. I'm feeling much more positive now that the financial situation has become a little bit more manageable. Basically, I'm running up debt that will get paid off when I sell the house. Even with lawyer fees, I have 6 to 8 more months before I have to worry about money, assuming there are no emergencies. My friend's wife gave me some good advice. Don't go from being a hero to a villain in your kids' eyes. How I talk about and treat my wife will determine my future relationship with my kids. I don't give a damn about my wife, but I don't want to make her a sympathetic figure or drive them away from both of us. I followed up with a lawyer. Basically, she said we're going to have her pay back the savings she took through a reduction in the shares of assets. Any division of assets will include the savings she took. She'll also have to repay the money I spent maintaining the house while she was gone. There is plenty of equity in her share of the house and her retirement plans to cover that. She said that our finances are so intertwined after nearly 25 years of marriage, my wife is going to get some share of the assets. Best case is she agrees to the terms of the divorce. It's relatively cheap and quick. Otherwise, it gets complicated and expensive. She gave me a lot of options and how much I can expect to spend, so I've decided to just wait most.
2026 is shaping up to be a rough year for people living off inflated egos and delusion. More and more men are simply refusing to tolerate nonsense of any kind, and the look of pure confusion when a man calmly walks away instead of engaging, absolutely priceless.
I just got a couple of credit cards with promo rates for purchases and transfers. That gives me breathing room and I can conserve cash. I'll just pay them off when I sell the house. Now that my financial situation is less stressful, I'm actually enjoying her being gone. I'm free to do whatever I want, whenever. I don't have to cook or clean or take care of anyone. The house is quiet for the first time I can remember. I loved my wife, but her mental health weighed down our marriage. On balance, it was worth it until now. The first month or so, I expected her to be there whenever I'd get home. When someone was at the door or if I heard noises, I'd think it was her. I checked the doorbell cam obsessively. I'm not looking forward to her returning. It has to happen, but when she comes back, I'll have to deal with her. The divorce, getting the house ready to sell, dividing all of our stuff, finding a new place to live. I'm hoping she'll stay away until after New Year's, but my daughter says she thinks her mom will be home for Christmas, either to stay or visit. My lawyer will have papers ready to serve her. Hopefully she'll just agree to the terms and continue her travels. People had some great advice. Renting or selling the house, not really feasible right now since I have to fix some things up and get it ready to sell/rent. Since I need a place to live at the moment, I'll net each month rent minus mortgage minus rent on a new apartment minus storage unit equals it's not worth it. My kids' rooms are still full of their stuff. I don't want to spend the time and effort to clean them out and put them in storage. Getting a HELOC, this was great advice. I didn't realize I needed both people to get a loan. If I need more money, I can go this way. In the short term, the promo rates on the credit cards were cheaper and easier than getting a HELOC. Serving my wife divorce papers or getting divorced in absentia, this is something I might need to do eventually, but the cost in lawyer fees goes up exponentially in cases like this. I'm comfortable just waiting for now. Look at the phone bill to see where she's at and possibly going. I did look at her usage and I did notice that she doesn't post on social media until after she leaves a place.
She is so calculated and it's sick.
Yes.
Like when she posted about Hawaii, she made a call that day that originated in Los Angeles. She posted about a cruise and I figured out the dates, trying to serve her at the port possibly.
A cruise? A cruise?
Can you imagine hopping off the boat and getting served at the pier?
But it ended a couple of days before she posted. She tried adding international calling to her line, but I blocked it, so she removed her phone from our account. Relative comments. So, oh my gosh, I am infuriated on your behalf. The audacity of, my husband is so great for letting me take this trip. The petty in me hopes she'll be home for Thanksgiving because I want her world to explode. And then OP responded, she told her family she won't be home for Thanksgiving. Nobody told her my daughter and I are spending Thanksgiving with her family, though. She could see the posts of us having a good time without her. And then somebody else said, please change the locks on the house so she can't just waltz back in while you're out one day. I'm so angry for you. I've been married for 23 years, and if my husband did this to me, God help anyone between me and him. And OP said she left her keys. I changed the code on the security system, the passphrase, and password. I also found a new hiding place for the emergency key we had in the backyard. And then somebody else said, so she's just going to blow through all the money and then just assumes you'll take her back and care for her when dementia hits her? And OP said, seems to be her plan, but it's not.
They're given every opportunity, knowingly sabotaged themselves, and then played the victim when poor decisions lead to predictable outcomes. And if you've enjoyed the video so far and want to see more like it, I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video. Thank you.